Hi guys, in this video we will discuss about data validation and what it does in our files. Basically, data validation is used to control the entry of information or data in a particular cell, column, or range. So this is very useful to minimize errors or mistakes in our file, and most especially whenever we create reports through pivot table or through a table with formula. If the data file is maintained properly, we'll not have difficulty in preparing the reports, the required reports. So how this data validation will be done, I will show you now. For example, you are working in the HR department and you are assigned to maintain the list of employees from the different department. And it's not only you who will be doing this, who will be using this file, but there are other two staffs who will be entering also information in this particular file. So if you're doing it alone, maybe the mistake or the error will be minimal. But if it's shared with other people, then the tendency of making mistakes or error will be high. So to avoid that, we have to control the entry of their entry of data through data validation. So here are the names of the employees in your company, and you will type the in which department they are working with. Basically, we are typing the names of the department one by one. So for example, Anna, she's working in MIS. So we'll just type it MIS, and Bea is in sales department. So that is the normal way of doing it. But we can make it wiser using the drop-down list. If you are familiar with booking your tickets online, remember there's a drop-down list there. You'll just have to type or to pick which date or which time or how many kids or how many passengers are there. So drop-down list also can be applied in this. The concept of that can also be applied in our Excel file. So how it will be done? Basically, you have to highlight the whole column, okay, the department column, and then in the ribbons, you have to choose data and then choose the data validation tab. Click yes. Then this drop down list will appear. Okay. In the allow field, it will give you all these choices. Any value, whole number, decimal, list, date, time, text length, and costume. They have their respective functions. But now, we want to list the name of the department. So we will choose list. Okay. And then, for example, we have few departments only. So we have MIS, we have HR, we have sales, and we have AP. Okay, so four departments. I type there, then click OK. So whenever you click this particular cell, every cell in this column, this drop-down list will appear wherein you can choose which department. So we'll just have to choose MIS, and then Bea is in sales, and then Catherine is in AP. So the time consumed in typing is lesser now. So there is a time savings there. What if the names of the department in your company is multiple? For example, 10 or more departments are there. So it is not very practical to type all the names of the department in this field, because name of the department with the comma and all, this field is not enough. Okay, so there's a better way to do that. So what we will do is we will maintain a separate list in a place wherein we're not using or outside the data file. So for now, I'm putting it in this particular field, okay, in G and H destination. I just put the number here, okay, just to show you that we have 10 departments here. So what we will do now is, again, we will highlight the whole column, then choose data validation, and then list. Then in this particular field, instead of typing it, you can just have to go to your source data and highlight or drag all the list of the departments and then click OK. Okay. So now it will give you the all the 10 departments. Okay. So if it's more than 10, then still it will show it here. So according to the arrangement here, it will be shown also in this drop-down list. Okay, so if you have also space here in between, accordingly, the space will come. Okay, see how it is? So you'll have an extra space there, which is sometimes it's not controllable. So better if you want to maintain a list, put it in a separate sheet. So put it in a, not in your working file. So for now, I'll put it in the separate sheet. Okay. So it's now here in the separate sheet, and then this particular field will not have that space. So it's continuous now. Okay. So that's how it is. So whenever I type here, what are the whenever I'll go to row number 5, line 4, okay, serial number 4, I can just choose purchasing and then warehouse. So it's very useful and the errors will be minimal, or there's no error in entering the names of the department. And then when you create a pivot table, then if they ask you to create a data by department, those departments that actually exist will be shown in your pivot table. Okay. So what if you type here something that is not there in the list? I'll type, what is there? Accounting. Okay. We get an error. What it says, this value doesn't match the data validation restrictions defined for the cell. So it means this is not in the list. So how we will control this error? So there's a way to control this error. Okay. So what we'll go to do is highlight again the whole column, and then we'll go to the dialog box, and this input message, this is the message that we want to give to the user, or this is just a warning or a reminder on how they will enter the data. So we'll just put a name, okay, list. And then what message you want to give them? Choose from the list or drop down list. Okay. And then in the error alert, whenever the error will come, you'll tell them also what will be mentioned in the error is you've entered the incorrect department. So this is incorrect department. Then click OK. So whenever I choose one of the cell, whenever I click one of the cell, it will tell me choose from the drop down list. So there's a reminder now for the one who will use this data. We will just choose the drop down list. Okay. And then what if I entered accounting? Okay. What message? So this is the error alert. Okay. Incorrect department, and you've entered the incorrect department. Okay. So both ways you are being warned. So one is it gives you a reminder that you have to choose from the drop down list. And then when you entered manually, it will also give you an error alert. Okay. So that's how you will maintain the list of the department. How about in the date? There's also a way to control or to manage the date here. Again, we will go to data validation. Okay, highlight the whole column, then data validation. In the field allow, choose date. Okay, and then in data, it will ask you what particular control you want. Is it between, not between, equal, and so forth and so on. So if you want to control the dates from January 1, 2020 to December 31, 2020, then we can just choose between. Okay, so what's the date? January 1, 2020 to 31 December 31, 2020. Then click OK. So whatever date that you will enter here from January 1, 2020 to December 1, 2020, it will accept. So these are the dates that I type. So I will type again another date. So for example is March 21, 2020. So accepted. What if I change the date into 2019? So it will give me an error. So what if here 12/25, 2020? Again, it will accept. What if I'll put 2021? So it will not accept. So basically, whatever date that you specified in that field, it will only accept in this particular column. Okay? And to better format your date, you can just do the formatting. So you just have to right click that particular column, okay, and then format cells, then custom. So you just put the particular format that you wanted. So month, date, and year. Okay, so it's uniform now. So now you know how to control the entry of data in your file. So I've shown you how to prepare a drop-down list, and I've shown you also how to control the dates in the particular cell. So hopefully you can use it in your respective files. So again, thank you. And if you want to know more, please visit my channel and share it to your friends as well. Bye for now. God bless. Bye-bye.